Welcome to footballgameplan.com, where football makes sense. I'm Emory Hunters of the Playbook. Bring you a Week 2 NFL matchup between the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the Carolina Panthers. Now you look at the Bucs, they were able to win last week, taking on the tough Cleveland Browns team. What I like most about what they did, they were able to find some balance in their offensive attack, and they're going to need that same balance against a team like Carolina. That's why the Panthers struggled last week against the Giants. Giants were able to have some balance. The Bucs can't provide that balance. They're going to have to run right at that defense, force their strengths with their pass rushers to be their biggest weakness. You want to run at the rush, force these guys to play run defense instead of being able to tee off on young quarterback Freeman. So that's one thing you have to do, attack the Panthers' run defense. Force the issue with the run is going to pop late, and that's going to give you an opportunity to hit some play action passes and work the deep secondary of the Panthers. And speaking of that secondary of the Panthers, you want to attack these guys vertically. Force these guys to play off coverage. If you get man coverage, Freeman shows he has the arm strength, he has the accuracy to make the plays downfield. You saw that on the touchdown pass play to Spurlock. So force these guys to respect the passing game. That's number 2. Defensively, they have to make time tough for Matt Moore back there at quarterback. You saw what the Giants were able to do, get pass rush. Not saying your D-line is like the Giants, but interior D-line can cause problems because Matt Moore will lock on one receiver, and you can get pressure up the middle and force him to get rid of that football quickly. So they really have to get pressure on Matt Moore, force him into second and third and long situations, and you're going to find yourself winning defensively. And third, special teams matchup, you want to keep the Bucs pinned on one end of keep the Panthers pinned on one end of the field, make them drive the distance, because you know they're going to try to run the football down your throat, which will allow you to play run defense exceptionally well, because they're going to be backed up, and you know they're going to try to run in that situation. Now for Carolina, you look at what they want to do. You want to attack the Bucs' nickel and dime corners. Spread the Bucs out. Now you attack the nickel and dime corners. They're pretty solid on the flanks, because you look at Rondé Barber as a veteran, and they're getting Aqib Talib back at the other cornerback spot. So you want to attack the nickel and dime corners for the Bucs. That's going to put pressure on. That's actually putting the onus on the shoulders of the third and fourth receivers for Carolina. So they have to get those guys worked in that offense. Now, offensively, Matt Moore has to protect the football. You can't allow yourself to throw interceptions in the red zone, which brings me to my next point. Red zone offense has to improve. They could have beaten the Giants had they converted in the red zone. That's where you make your money. That's where you're supposed to convert. You can't have those mistakes, especially against a division rival in the Bucs. Now, defensively, you want to mix your blitzes up on Freeman. He's still a young quarterback. He's still going to lock in on that first target. So you want to mix the blitzes up, mix up your coverages, give him different things to look at, and that's going to allow Everett Brown and company and Charles Brown to get back there at the quarterback and sack him. That's what you have to do to beat the Bucs. That's what you didn't do against the Giants. And also, stick with the run. The running game will open up your passing game and will allow those other targets to get open. So you want to make sure you effectively stick with the run. You know the Bucs are going to be active in that first quarter. So play your game. Carolina, you are a dominant team when you run the football and able to operate off play action. Now for my prediction, I'm going to go with Carolina playing at home. I think Matt Moore last week was an aberration due to the wet weather they had out here in New York City. So I'm willing to believe that they're going to improve this week. They're going to be able to throw the football. They won't have those turnovers in the red zone. And I think it's going to be a close competitive matchup between two up-and-coming teams. You have a solid defensive front coming up-and-coming solid defensive front in Carolina. You have a young team that's very, very talented in Tampa. So this is going to be a great game to watch, but I'm going with the Panthers at home by field goal. For more NFL coverage, visit footballgameplan.com/NFL, or you can visit our YouTube channel at youtube.com/footballgameplan.